Can you airdrop me So for
Hey, can you hear us in the Zoom?
Yes, we can.
yes,
Can you please keep talking for a little while because we are checking if we can hear you properly.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear us now properly.
the voice is a bit distorted, but it's working.
On site here, you can still hear us, right?
So once again, online participants, can you please confirm if you're able to hear us?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
loud
we
and
can
clear.
hear you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We're proceeding with Plenary 4. Before I officially resume Plenary 4, can we check how many animals we have on the Zoom?
Zoom.
On Nemo vote, sorry.
36.
So we have 36 animals on Nemo vote. That is not enough. We still need you to log in. We have quorum, but if we start voting on motions, that will not be sufficient because last time we voted yesterday, we had almost 40 something animals. So technically speaking, if we vote, it will be valid, but if we lose some of you, which is very possible, then we'll have to stop again, and I do not want to do that. Okay, we have 40 online. That should be sufficient. I already shared with you the order that we'll follow for today's plenary or today's part of Plenary 4. We'll start with the miscellaneous and then we'll proceed from there. Before I the moment I announce that we're moving into a specific category, I'll always ask if we need a speakers list. If we do, then I'll open a speakers list. If we do not need a speakers list, then I'll directly proceed with the first motion. Before officially reading the motion and going into the motion maze, I'll always ask the CCC to confirm the validity, and then I'll ask the proposer to confirm if we're ready to go, and if we should be expecting any specific amendments or complicated procedures. We'll try to communicate as clearly as possible. I think this might be the only way we can actually get through this. So we have the miscellaneous, which includes standing committees. It includes a BCP on finances, if I remember. They're quite unique in a sense. Do we have any requests for a speakers list? No requests. That's Awesome. So we have regular motion number 98 regarding BCP 17, changing or amending bylaws paragraph 13.10. Item is ATO. Are we ready to go? Yes, CCC. Can you please confirm the validity? Thank you, CCC. So the motion, regular motion 98 reads to adopt bylaws change proposal number 17, which amends bylaws paragraph 13.10 and the title above it. Proposed by the IFMS ATO. TO, would you like to explain?
Does this work or is this a thing?
Does this work or is this a thing? No, this works. Am I audible to online people?
Let's see.
Okay. This motion tables a BCP regarding standing committee plenaries. We are expecting one amendment.
Yes, we know. Okay. Thank you very much, IFMS ATO. Can we confirm that everyone heard that? Again, we're just still trying with the logistics. That's why I'm asking too many times. Okay, thank you very much, Zoe, our ambassador on the other side. Do we have a seconder? So, Lithuania. Do we have any amendments? Yeah, yes, we do have an amendment from Swimsa. Swimsa, please proceed. The floor is yours.
We submitted the Mark Swimzahi him. We submitted the amendment on the BCP discussion sheet. Should we read it or should you display it on the screen?
Yes, we're already working on that. Just give us a minute and we'll ask you to confirm. Okay, Swimsa, could you please confirm that this is your amendment?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Swimsa. IFMS ATO, do you accept the amendment? Thank you. The TO accepts. LIMSA Lithuania, do you accept? Thank you, LIMSA Lithuania. The amendment is incorporated. Do we have any further amendments? No further amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes the contract. Let's proceed to the next one. Yes, no, yes, go ahead. Fine. Mute. Okay, so sorry, we needed a small technical break from our side. Next regular motion is number 99, proposing to amend BCP 18. Sorry, proposing to adopt BCP 18. CCC, thank you for the confirmation. It is valid. TO, before we proceed, are we ready to go? Thank you, TO. So regular motion 99 reads to adopt bylaws change proposal 18, which amends bylaws paragraph 13.11, proposed by the IFMS ATO. Would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables the BCP regarding standing committee plenaries. We are not expecting any amendments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMS ATO. Do we have a seconder for this motion? Simsa Cyprus. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes nemo contra. Thank you. Then we finally managed to reach regular motion number 100. It took us an entire day, but we're there. Before we read the motion, this is to adopt BCP 19. CCC confirmed the validity. Thank you, CCC. TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. So the motion leads to adopt bylaws change proposal 19, which amends bylaws paragraph 13.12 proposed by the TO. TO, would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding the naming of standing committee plenaries. We have a alternative motion prepared and would appreciate a direct negative. Thank you.
Thank you, I can say TO. Do we have a seconder? Alan Luxembourg. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Medicine Sudan, would you like to explain?
No, but we do have an alternative motion.
Okay, just to clarify, is it the same alternative motion as the TO or is it different alternative motion?
It's a different alternative motion. Not include concrete plans, just connect or a document. Basically, is a document sheet or discussion document.
Thank you very much, Medicine Sudan. Do we have any alternative motions? I can say TO.
Yes, thank you. As discussed previously and shared in the sheet, the purpose of this alternative motion is to change the name of standing committee meeting to standing committee plenary, and then elaborate on their purpose as to discuss, adopt, and report on strategies and concrete plans of action for the work of the standing committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can say TO. Medicine Sudan, I see your hand, but I checked with CCC. We can only take one alternative motion per round. So do we have a seconder for this alternative motion? Croatia. Then in this case, we'll proceed directly to a vote. We have 4 options in favor of the original motion, in favor of the alternative motion, abstention, or against both. Just to remind everyone, if any specific motion receives the required majority, which is 2/3, then proceed directly. If it doesn't, then we move to a vote of confidence. Just received news that the vote is open and you have 30 seconds. Point of order from EBE.
If it is reaching 2/3 majority some of the motion, and that means it's allowed, so we can't propose another after making motion.
Yes, so the point of order from the EB states that if one of these alternative motions reaches the 2/3 majority, then this motion is this motion and the BCP is adopted, which means that we will not be able to even hear the other alternative motion. So I do not know how to go about this. Fun times for you guys. EB, I think, yes, we'll open a speakers list because on the motion maze, we already have that. So who would like to be on the speakers list? We have IFMSA, VPPRC. Okay, so good question. So according to the motion maze, there is only one case where you can open a speakers list, which is when you receive another alternative motion. We haven't proceeded to the vote yet. We haven't opened it. Ignore it. Apologies for that. It is a technical matter. Thank you very much, Slams Lithuania. It is closed now. So just for everyone to understand, we're still in the motion maze. The vote was not announced to be open. So we have a speakers list. We have IPC VPRC in the speakers list. Does anyone else want to be in the speakers list? No one? Medicine Sudan. Would you like to be on the speakers list? Okay, no, Mr. Sudan does not want to be, so we only have IPC VPRC.
So, since it is a relative motion, I think all the alternative motion should be put in the option like in favor of original instead of alternative one, instead of in favor of alternate two, and which gets the relative motion should be put for the vote of confidence.
So, CCC, could you please? Yes, so we'll have a technical break for the CCC to double check this. Okay, so we're back from the break. CCC, the floor is yours.
We have the phone.
You can use my
Oh, can you hear me now? Yes,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. The way we will proceed is that we will vote on all the alternative motions, the original one, against all, and abstain at the same time, and then proceed with a vote about the one that got the most votes. Yes, it is an interpretation. Yes, it's difficult. This is how we will proceed for now. Tosh, can you please get this before I drop it?
Okay, thank you, CCC. So that now that I've already progressed into the speaker's list part of the motion maze, can I go back and ask for more alternative motions since I failed to collect more? Okay, perfect. Thank you, CCC. So we'll take a step back just to correct ourselves. When I asked for an alternative motion, we had one from the IFMSA PO. Do we have any other alternative motions? Mexican Sudan.
Yes, hi. This is Mustafa from Medicine. We have our alternative motion on the BCB's document discussion.
Thank you, Mexican Sudan. We'll put it here. Medicine Sudan, can you confirm that this is your alternative motion and also explain what changes you're making?
Okay, sure. This is our alternative motion. It just deletes the concrete plans of action, since we do believe that the work of the standing committee does include the concrete plans, and also the strategies could cover the part on future plans that are planned to be done by the standing committee directors and ITs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Medicine Sudan. Now, if I understand,
or an alternative. That doesn't change the meaning of it. Yes, it does.
okay, so if I understand the process correctly, then I think we need a seconder for Medicine's alternative motion as well. So, do we have a seconder for Medicine's alternative motion? I don't see any seconders, so we're going to progress with only an alternative motion. Okay, so we're opening the vote. Remember, it's the original motion, alternative motion by TO. Against all or abstentions. You have 30 seconds. Okay, so you guys have 10 seconds left. We only have 27 animals who voted. Please log into new vote, cast your votes. Otherwise, we'll stay here until tomorrow, which might actually be literally. So we have 34. We still need more. Once again, just to explain to everyone, we have 4 options: the original motion, the alternative motion proposed by IFMSATO, against both, or abstaining in this case. The alternative motion by Metzen Sudan was not seconded, and hence it was not able to be voted on. We have 39 votes so far. We just need a couple more. We have 41. That should be sufficient. Let's close the vote. Okay, we have received a total of 41 votes, 7 in favor of the original motion, 31 in favor of the alternative motion, 2 against all, and 1 abstention. The alternative motion passes with 2/3 majority. We'll proceed. We have a regular motion to adopt BCP 20 proposed by the TO, CCC. Can you please confirm the validity, BCP 20? Thank you, CCC. TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. The motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposal number 20, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 8.7 after the current bylaws paragraph 8.6 and renumber accordingly, proposed by the IFMSA TO. Would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding the alignment of strategic plans to the IFMSA strategic plan. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMSA TO. Do we have a seconder? So, IFMSA Serbia. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes the MOU contract. Then we proceed to our next point, which is regular motion 102, proposing to adopt both BCP 22 and BCP 23. We have a confirmation from the CCC. Thank you, CCC. We also have a confirmation from the TO. So the motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposals 22, which amends bylaws paragraph 1.16, and BCP 23, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 1.18 after the current bylaws paragraph 1.17, and renumber accordingly, proposed by the IFMSA team of officials. Would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding the when changes to the constitution takes effect. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMSA TO. Do we have a seconder? IFMSA Chile, do we have any amendments? AMSA Austria? Okay, I assume that was a mistake. We do not have any amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes nemo contra. We proceed to the next one, which is about BCPs 24 and BCPs 24 and 25. We have a confirmation from the CCC that it's valid, that they're both valid. Thank you, CCC. IFMSA TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. So the motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposals 24, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 18.12 with title above after the current bylaws paragraph 18.11, and BCP 25, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 1813 after the current bylaws paragraph 1811 and renumber accordingly. Proposed by the TO. Would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables two BCPs regarding IFMSA trademark registration and management.
Thank you
We
very
are
much,
not
IFMSA TO.
expecting amendments. Thank you.
Do we have a seconder?
They can't understand, John.
Oh, sorry, we'll ask the TO to explain again.
Okay, I will go slower. If it's an issue with the microphone, please let me know. This motion tables two BCPs regarding IFMSA trademark registration and management. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
I see a confirmation that this was audible. Thank you, CC. So thank you, Zoe. Let's proceed. Do we have a seconder? MSI India, do we have any amendments? IMCC Denmark, is this an amendment?
No, I'm just having troubles with Zoom.
No worries. Thank you, IMCC. We have no amendments. We have a direct negative. No direct negatives. This motion passes nemo contra. Then we have IMCC Sweden. Is this a request for a speaker, sis, or is it a point of information? Okay, no worries. Thank you. So motion 104 proposes to adopt BCP 9. CCC. I see a confirmation that it's valid. Thank you. TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. So the regular motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposal number 9, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 10.30 after the current bylaws paragraph 10.29 and renumber accordingly, proposed by the IFMSA TO. IFMSA TO, would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding regional.
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding.
Thank you, IFMSA TO. Do we have a seconder?
Regional Travel Assistance Fund. We are tabling one.
Again, do we have a seconder? I may say Spain. Do we have any amendments? I may say TO.
Yes, thank you. As explained previously,
Yes,
to add
thank you. As explained previously, to add on
unless the respective
10.30
regulations state differently. Thank you.
I at the end for the following term, comma, unless the respective regional regulations state differently. Thank you.
What we try to do is to read all explanations, just so that you can also hear. Okay, we have the amendment on the slides. We're just trying to make it bigger. TO, can you please confirm that this is your amendment? I see a confirmation from the TO. Thank you, TO. As proposers, do you accept your own amendment? Thank you, TO. Item 6 Spain, as the seconder, do you accept the amendment? Thank you, item 6 Spain. The amendment is incorporated. Do we have any further amendments? No further amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Portugal, would you like to explain? They do not wish to explain. Do we have an alternative motion in the room? No alternative motions, then we'll open the vote and let you know. The vote is now open. You have 30 seconds. Please proceed. So the 30 seconds already passed, but we only have 33 votes. We need more votes. Please cast your votes, otherwise we'll not be able to proceed. We have 34 now. We're still waiting for you. This is the motion we're voting on. And this is the text of the BCP itself. We still have 38. We need 2 more, then we'll safely proceed. Once again, please log into your Nemo votes, cast your votes. We're missing 2, and then we'll be able to proceed. If we do not get 40, it will still be enough, so I will proceed, but I really do not want. Okay, we have 41 votes. Thank you. Let's close the vote. So we received, just a second. Apologies, everyone. We're trying to find a better microphone.
Where is the thing? Where is the mic thing?
Mute.
Where is the mute?
Everyone, can you hear me better now? I have a different microphone, so let me know, please.
Yeah, you heard better now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, I can say VPRC. So we can announce the votes. We received 43 votes in total, 36 in favor, 4 against, and 3 abstentions. This motion passes with 2/3 majority. We'll proceed to BCP number 105 to adopt a BCP number 27. CCC, validity, thank you, CCC. TO, ready to proceed, yes. The motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposal 27, which adds a new bylaws annex, annex 7 and paragraph 1.24 after the current bylaws annex 7, article 1.23 and renumber accordingly. IFMSA TO, would you like to explain?
Can I use this? Yes. Am I audible to online people?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding local registration fees to regional meetings. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMSA TO. Do we have a seconder? FMS Taiwan, do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes nemo contra. Then we proceed to the next motion, which is about BCP 28, CCC, validity confirmation. Yes, thank you, CCC. IFMSA TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. The motion reads to adopt bylaws change proposal number 28, which adds a new bylaws annex 7, paragraph 3.2 after the current bylaws annex 7, paragraph 3.1, and renumber accordingly, proposed by the IFMSA TO. Would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables a BCP regarding OCs of regional meetings receiving half of the IFMSA payment before the meeting. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, TO. Do we have a seconder? MMSA Malta. Do we have any amendments? We have an amendment from the IFMSA SubCo. We have SubCo here in the room. I will give them the microphone.
Thank you, Linda Prato, Supervising Council Sheher. There is a proposed amendment about for the time when we are going to provide the reimbursement to the OC. It's in the BCP discussion sheet. And we consider one of the input that we received from an NMO, that is that 1 month is not enough for them to prepare the financial report. So the amendment is to propose the following. Okay, it reads, it is in the BCP discussion sheet. It reads, the IFMSA shall provide 100% of the payment for its participation in the regional meeting. Once the regional meeting financial report is submitted, reviewed, and approved by Executive Board, Regional Director, and Supervising Council, EV and the Supervising Council should provide their comments and inputs within 1 month. After approval, the OC should receive the payment within 2 weeks of approval of the financial report. But yes, the goal is that even though this proposed BCP is in order to offer flexibility to regional meetings that are hosting the events, it might not represent a really benefit for NMOs that might not have the economical sustainability. So we think that it's better that we ensure a timeline for us to provide the reimbursement than provide the money before, because we also need to ensure that the bookkeeping is well done and that NMOs take no risks when they are not like economically stable. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Subco, please check if this is your amendment. Okay, sorry, for some reason we're unable to find the amendment yet. That's why we're taking a bit longer. Apologies. Can you hear me now? Yes, okay, so we're working on the amendment. We should be ready soon. Okay, thank you everyone for your patience. We're back. Subco confirmed that this is their amendment. Now my question is for the IFMSA TO, do you accept the amendment? Yes, point of order. Just a second.
This is a contract. We cannot add a body in a contract that is not mentioned in the contract itself. And you are mentioning a body that is the supervising council. In any point of the preambles of the contract is mentioned in the supervising council of the executive board of the FMSA, just the executive board and the regional director. You cannot enter in a contract with a body that is not mentioned or defined there once, or that you are giving responsibilities of a body that is not inside the contract.
Thank you very much, IFMSA Executive Board, for the point of order. CCC, I'll give you a few minutes. Just to summarize what IFMSA President just said, so these changes are made on the contract between regional meetings hosts and the IFMSA Executive Board. What the president's question, what the president asked was whether it is possible for the subco to also be mentioned in this contract or not, and if this makes the amendment valid or not. So you'll have a few minutes to double check. Okay. We're finally back. So we received a ruling from the CCC. The amendment is invalid. CCC, would you mind explaining your rationale? Either the CCC members here with me in the room or maybe the CCC members who are joining online.
Yes, okay, so we agree with what Safo said. So the supervising council is not defined in the contract, so they cannot be written here.
Sorry, Zoe, can you please explain once
Yes.
again? You also try to
Yes.
bring the mouthpiece closer. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so the supervising council is not defined in the contract, so they cannot be included here because it's not explained earlier. So exactly like Safo said before.
Thank you very much, I from CCC. So this means the amendment is invalid. We will go back to the motion maze and ask once again, do we have any amendments? I from Mrs. Subco. We have another amendment from the Subco. I have a point of order from the CCC. I have a point of order from the CCC. Can we get the CCC a microphone, maybe? Yes, point of order from Subco. Can we give them the microphone?
Okay, so if our amendment is invalid because supervising council is a body that is not included in the contract, could you please check also if regional director is also in the contract? Yes, it is.
Point of order. Is this an amendment or an alternative motion?
Point of order from IFMC asking if this is an amendment or an alternative motion. So CCC is looking into this. We'll get back to you.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes, it's green. Can you hear me? Okay, so hello, Anya from CCC. So point of order, this is not an amendment. This is an alternative motion because it completely changes the meaning of the original BCP.
Thank you very much, IFMSA CCC, which means we'll proceed back to the motion maze. Once again, do we have any amendments? We do not have any amendments. Do we have a direct negative? We have a direct negative from Anne in Portugal. Would you like to explain? Anne in Portugal does not wish to explain. Do we have an alternative motion? Do we have an alternative motion? No alternative motions. We'll proceed directly to a vote. We will inform you when the vote is open. The vote is now open. Please cast your votes. You have 10 seconds. Please vote. We have only 27 votes so far. Please vote. We have 35, so we'll close the vote in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're closing the vote. Okay, we received 44 votes in total, 34 votes in favor, 8 against, and 4 abstentions. This motion passes with 2/3 majority. We'll proceed to our next point, which is let's just double check the numbers. Give us a second. Again, we received 44 in total, 34 in favor, 4 against, and 4 abstentions. Sorry, 6 against and 4 abstentions, which is a total of 44. This is the slide just for everyone to double check. So we'll proceed to the next regular motion, which is BCP 29 and BCP 30. CCC, can you please confirm the validity? Thank you, CCC. TO, are we ready to go? Thank you, TO. So regular motion 107 reads to adopt bylaws change proposals 29, which amends bylaws or paragraph 3.7, and BCP 30, which amends bylaws paragraph 3.8. IFMSATO, would you like to explain?
Yes, thank you. This motion tables 2 BCPs regarding exceptions to debts towards GA hosts due to visa issues. We are not expecting amendments. Thank you.
Thank you, IFMSATO. Do we have a seconder? Turkey. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes nemo contra. This is the end, but not the end of the plenary, the end of miscellaneous BCPs. So our next category is the intersectional steering committee, and I've already received a request for a speakers list. I already have IFMSA Subco on the speakers list. Does anyone else wish to be on the speakers list? IFMSA team of officials. Anyone else? IFMSA Subco requested to be last. We are closing the requests for speakers list. Oh, sorry, Turkey. So we'll have IFMSATO, Circumsect Turkey, and then at last we'll have SUBCO. Okay, IFMSATO, the floor is yours. Can you guys hear me?
Now you will be able to hear me.
From my laptop.
No, the iPad is working. Hola. 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 Okay. Dear NMOs and IFMSA family, this statement is on behalf of the IFMSA Intersectional Steering Committee and a small working group to provide relevant information that supports informed decision making.
David?
Hello.
You shall continue with the statement.
I'm audible.
David, you have to continue this statement.
I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes.
Throughout this term, many efforts have been taking place across different IFMSA bodies to create a safer and more representative federation. This action reflects a growing urgency of the importance of EDI. However, at the same time, we still lack formal structures in our regulations to support this work consistently and sustainably. Without clear frameworks, progress often depends on the personal commitment of individuals or teams, rather than on long-term institutional mechanisms. That is why it is essential to integrate EDI principles directly into our bylaws and constitutions, internal regulation, and operational structures. This is not just about recognizing the work already being done. It is about protecting it, strengthening it, and making it central to how IFMSA functions and grows. With this goal, we are presenting a series of proposals, including the BCPs, IOGs, and the FMSA declaration, designed as part of a broader strategy, not as isolated actions. This aim to create a strong foundation to build more specific and inclusive measures that reflect the realities and needs of all members, especially underrepresented groups. We invite all NMOs and stakeholders to engage actively in this process. Your voice and your commitment are essential for this work to reflect the diversity of our federation truly. A truly equitable and inclusive IFMSA is not only desirable, it's necessary, and it can only be achieved through structural, deliberate, and collective efforts grounded in shared responsibility and long-term vision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMSA team of officials. Then we have Turkey.
Am I audible? Hi.
Turkey, you are muted.
We can hear them online.
Hey, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. Turkey. Dear animals and dear chair, I'm your EDI coordinator for this term. Including these 10 BCPs, 10 bylaw change proposals in IFMSA bylaws is essential to formally embed our commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion into the core of our organization. While our CNB outlines general non-discrimination principles, these bylaw change proposals provide the structural tools needed to implement them. such as the creation of the Intersectional Steering Committee, clear responsibilities for EDI coordinators, and accountability mechanisms like reporting. Rather than being redundant, they ensure continuity, enforceability, and institutional memory. They also align IFMSA with global standards, reinforcing our credibility in external evaluation and advocacy spaces. EDI cannot remain an informal commitment. It must be a part of our structure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Circumsec Turkey. IFMSA Subco, can we please give them our small microphone?
Fair items as Subkushi here. Dear animals, we would like to start with thanking everyone who worked tirelessly on developing BCPs, spending high amount of time on polishing all amendments and passionately being engaged in hours of discussion on possible consequences of all of these. Also, we would like to thank VPM and NTI coordinators for their valuable efforts in taking attention to such an important topic. We want to make it clear that this statement does not try by any means to reduce the importance of EDI in our federation. It is our core value, but we strongly believe and would like to remind everyone that each document in IFMSA has its own scope and should be used for its certain purpose. This being said, we would like to share our point of view about the following BCPs about EDI topics. We strongly believe these topics are very well developed, but should have another place than a new article to the IFMSA Constitution bylaws, since their content is redundant with the Constitution and relies heavily on abstract, undefined concepts that lack measurable outcomes. Although we have communicated this reasoning and encouraged the team of officials to withdraw the motion, they have decided to proceed with no strong reasoning. Therefore, we strongly encourage animals to carefully reflect on whether it is necessary or beneficial to add this paragraph to an already extensive set of bylaws, especially when alternative and more flexible formats are available for expressing these principles effectively. Thank you.
There is no link for speakers list request form. Please share your statement on the NMO server as well as the secretary assistant, the secretary team. Again, we have regular motion number 108, aiming to adopt a cluster of BCPs. CCC, can you please confirm that all these motions are valid? Thank you, CCC. TO, are we ready to proceed? Thank you, TO. So regular motion 108 reads to adopt bylaws change proposals, number 32, which adds a new bylaws article 20 and a new bylaws paragraph 20.1 after the current bylaws article 19. BCP number 33, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 20.2 after the current bylaws article 19. BCP number 34, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 20.3 after the current bylaws article 19. Bylaws paragraph BCP number 35, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 20.4 after the current bylaws article 19. BCP 36, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 20.5 after the current bylaws article 19. BCP 38, which adds a new bylaws paragraph 20.7 after the current bylaws article 19, and BCP 39, which adds a new bylaws 20.8 after the current bylaws article 19. Here are all of these BCPs, just so that you know what we're voting on. I proposed by the IFMSA team of officials. IFMSA TO, would you like to explain?
Yes. Okay, so including these BCPs in IFMSA bylaws is essentially to formally embed our commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion into the core of our organization. And while our CMB outlines general non-discrimination principles, these BCPs provide the structural tools needed to be implemented, such as the creation of the Intersectional Steering IFMSA Committee, clear responsibilities, and accountability mechanisms like reporting. And rather than being redundant, they ensure continuity, enforceability, and institutional memory. They also align with IFMSA global priorities standards, reinforcing our credibility in external evaluations and advocacy spaces. EDI cannot remain an informal commitment, it must be part of our structure.
Thank you very much, IFMSA team of officials. Do we have a seconder for this motion? SFGH UK, do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Lemsik Lebanon, would you like to explain? Do we have an alternative motion in the room? Then we proceed to a vote, and the vote is open. You have 10 seconds left. Please vote. We only have 31 votes so far. We need a bit more. Yalla, everyone. Okay, we're closing the vote. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is officially closed. So we received 40 votes in total, 20 in favor, 13 against, and 7 abstentions. This motion fails. We'll proceed to the next motion, which is 109 to change BCP 41. IFMSA TO, are we ready to go? We would like a IFMSA TO would like a speakers list. Let's open a speakers list. Oh, sorry, IFMSA EB would like a speakers list. Apologies. Does anyone else want to be added to the speakers list? Turkmesk, Turkey. Anyone else? Medicine Sudan as well. Medicine Sudan, I see two of you raising your hands. If this happens again, you will both be out. Okay, so let's start with Turkmesk, Turkey.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Dear animals, dear supervising council, we understand the concern that the constitutions and bylaws should remain concise. However, these bylaw change proposals are not redundant additions. They serve a distinct purpose by providing structural clarity and accountable mechanisms that the Constitution alone does not offer. While the Constitution outlines values like non-discrimination in broad terms, the BCPs translate these values into concrete frameworks, such as defining the roles of the Intersectional Steering Committee and EDI coordinators. It is not about adding unnecessary detail, but about reinforcing IFMSA's foundational values through enforceable, lasting structures. A strong constitutions and bylaws isn't just short, it's complete, clear, and future-proof. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's proceed with Medicine Sudan.
Thank you so much. This is Reem on behalf of Medicine Sudan, she, her. Am I audible before I proceed?
Yes, now you are audible, but you were
Okay.
not earlier. So can you try once again?
All right. So this is Reem on behalf of Medicine Sudan, she, her. I hope that was good. Okay. Dear animals, if you support the statement, please raise your voting card or virtual hand. First of all, we want to thank the proposers for aiming to align and bring cohesion to the bylaws that we have. With regards to the bylaws about the plenary team, we understand the intention behind changing the term chair to plenary team. It's the language we all use in our day-to-day IFMSA work, and aligning the bylaws with actual practice makes sense. But our concern is that only 6 paragraphs have been amended. Meanwhile, 15 other bylaw paragraphs referencing plenary team's chair still remain unchanged. This kind of partial update and discrepancy creates inconsistency in our constitution and bylaws, our most formal and binding document. And while it may seem like a small language shift, it could lead to confusion in the future, especially when interpreting roles, responsibilities during plenaries, and when referencing bylaws to resolve procedural questions. If different sections refer to the same rule using different terms, it opens the door to misunderstandings, misinterpretation of duties and procedures, or even invalidation. In a worst-case scenario, this lack of consistency could undermine the legitimacy of decision-making during plenaries or create grounds to challenge procedural outcomes, which we believe is not a risk worth taking. Because of that, we suggest to withdraw these motions, not because we disagree with the thought behind them, but so we can take the time to do a thorough review of all instances where chair is referenced. A complete and coherent revision then could be brought forward to MM26 with input from CCC and ensuring legal consistency throughout the CMB bylaws. We hope this suggestion is taken into the spirit of strengthening the quality and clarity of our governing documents. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Medicine Sudan. IFMSA Executive Board.
Dear animals, sorry. Dear animals, unfortunately, currently the BCPs regarding adding a specific new article in the intersectional IFMSA have failed. But however, there There is another motion that is going to come up next when it introduces the structure of the task description for the IFMSA Vice President for members to lead the work on the Intersectional IFMSA Steering Committee. And we strongly believe as Executive Board that the IFMSA BPM is the best Executive Board member that should be having this task aligned in a structured and formal way, in a way that the work that the BPM is doing is related to the regions and it's also related to the members. So it's the best option to have it there. So we strongly support the following motion to adopt BCP number 41. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IFMSA VPN. We proceed to our next motion, which is to adopt bylaws change proposal number 41. Before I read the motion itself, CCC, can you please confirm the validity? CCC 41. Okay, thank you, CCC. EB, are we ready to proceed? Thank you. So regular motion 109 to adopt bylaws change proposal number 41, which amends bylaws paragraph 5.11, proposed by the IFMSA TO. Would you like to explain?
This motion introduces one more task to the IFMSA BPM outlining already tasks and describes the role on the IFMSA steering committee as the main coordinator as well for the EDI international team members. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, IFMSA VPM. Sorry, we just had an accident. Can you please confirm that you can hear me? Yes, thank you. So thank you, IFMSA TO. Do we have a seconder? Kromsek Croatia. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? IFMSA Spain, would you like to explain? IFMSA Spain does not wish to explain. Do we have any alternative motions? No alternative motions. Then we proceed with a vote, and the vote is now open. Please proceed to cast your votes. We're closing the vote in 5 seconds. Please cast your votes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're officially closing the vote. So we received 40 votes in total, 27 in favor, 10 against, and 3 abstentions. This motion passes with 2/3 majority. This brings us to the end of the Intersectional Steering Committee clusters. We'll have the plenary team clusters next, but before that, I would like to give everyone a 30-minute break. That is not because I'm feeling generous, but because the plenary room is ready, which means we can continue the plenary in person. Second, like just a minute. I was just informed that dinner will be ready at 7, so like not most probably, definitely we will not be settled by then. So just for the sake of everyone's own mental health, I will give a 6-minute break, just so that they can do whatever they want, and then we'll be back in exactly 6 minutes. Okay, can you hear me now? Yes,
Yes, we
thank you
can.
very much. So our next cluster is basically plenary team, and I already received a request for a speakers list. Who would like to be added on the speakers list? Medicine Sudan. Anyone else who would like to be added on this speakers list? Okay, so Medicine Sudan, please proceed.
Sorry, I was muted. Can you confirm that I'm audible?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so this is Reem on behalf of Metin Sananchi here. The animals, if you support the statement, please raise your voting card or virtual hand. First of all, we'd like to thank the proposers for aiming to align and bring cohesion to the bylaws that we have. We understand the intention behind changing the word chair to plenary team. It's a language we use in our day-to-day IFMC work, and aligning the bylaws with actual practice makes sense. But our concern is that only 6 paragraphs have been amended. Meanwhile, 15 other bylaw paragraphs referencing plenary team as chair still remain unchanged. This kind of partial update and discrepancy creates inconsistency in our constitution and bylaws, our most formal and binding document. And while it may seem like a small language shift, it could lead to confusion in the future, especially when interpreting roles and responsibilities during the plenary or when referencing bylaws to resolve procedural problems. If different sections refer to the same rule using different terms, it opens the door to misunderstandings, misinterpretation of duties, procedures, and even invalidations. In the worst case scenario, this lack of consistency will undermine the legitimacy of decisions made during the plenary and create grounds to challenge procedural outcomes, which we believe is a risk not worth taking. Because of that, we suggest withdrawing these motions, not because we disagree with the idea behind them, but so we can take the time to do a thorough review of all instances where chair is referenced. A complete and coherent revision then could be brought forward at MM26 with input from the CCC and ensuring legal consistency throughout the Constitution and bylaws. We hope the suggestion is taken in the spirit of strengthening the quality and clarity of our governing documents. Thank you very much.
We need a technical break just to confirm that we have enough to proceed with our first motion. Okay, we're ready to proceed. Okay, so we have one regular motion, which is to adopt these different BCPs: 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, and 111. CCC, can you please confirm the validity of all these motions? Yes, CCC members online, can you please help out because Pascal is still logging in.
Yeah, Kenneth from the CCC, we confirm. Thank you. Sorry, am I audible?
Yes.
Kenneth from the CCC, we confirm that these are valid motions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CCC. AMSA Austria, can you please confirm that we're ready to go?
Yes. Am I audible?
Not really.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can go on.
Thank you. So we have regular motion number 110, motion to adopt bylaws change proposals, BCP 106 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.6, BCP 107 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.15, BCP number 108 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.19.d, and BCP 109 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.44, BCP 110 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.62.p, and BCP 111 that amends bylaws paragraph 3.96 proposed by AMSA Austria. Would you like to explain?
Yes, all of these BCPs aim to change the word chair to plenary team in the instances where the word chair refers to the team consisting out of the chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, secretary assistants, and returning officers, not to the person chairing.
Thank you very much, AMSA Austria. Do we have a seconder? SIMSA Cyprus. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Matson Sudan, would you like to explain?
No.
Matson Sudan, would you like to explain? Thank you, Matson. Do we have any alternative motions? No alternative motions. We'll proceed with the vote. We'll let you know when the vote is open. The vote is now open. Please cast your votes. You're closing the vote. We received 44 votes in total, 30 in favor, 9 against, and 5 abstentions. This motion passes with 2/3 majority. This marks the end of the plenary team clusters and remarks the start of the programs reform clusters. I received the request for a speakers list. I already have Lamsik Lebanon and Medicine Sudan. And I also have IFMSA programs team. Point of order. That's a very good point. CCC, can you please confirm if the programs team can be part of the speakers list or not? Samsa Cyprus, we already added you. Thank you. IFMSA Executive Board. Sorry, IFMSA Team of Officials. We're just waiting for the CCC to confirm the validity of IFMC programs inclusion in the speakers list.
Hi, this is Pascal from the CCC. IFMC progression cannot be on the speakers list, but someone with speaking rights on behalf of them could.
Thank you very much, IFMC CCC. Can you guys confirm if you were able to hear what the IFMC CCC just said? To summarize, they said IFMC program team cannot on the speakers list, but anyone with speakers right can request and allow them to speak. So IFMC team of officials already requested to be on the speakers list to allow the program coordinators or programs team to speak. So IFMC TO. Sorry, technical issue. PCs, if you are on the Zoom, please proceed. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Dear IFMSA family, this statement is on behalf of the programs team. A comprehensive version has been shared on the server. We would like to begin by sincerely thanking everyone who has dedicated their time to strengthening the IFMSA programs, a structure that for over a decade has served as one of the most vital pillars of IFMSA. While we acknowledge past challenges and the needs for improvement, we are deeply concerned that no direct formal consultation or involvement was extended to us as the responsible international team members. Each structure in our federation holds technical depth, and bypassing this undermines both the efforts and expertise of those sustaining it and the structure itself. While intentions may be positive, the current proposals are not rooted in comprehensive evidence, and this hasty process does not reflect
I'm
the
sorry,
dynamics of how
PCGBV. I will ask to, I'll have to interrupt you. Sorry, this is a lack of communication from my end. So I was already approached by the SCORP director saying that they will request a speakers list to allow the program team to speak. Apologies, was not communicated properly. So they are speaking, as the CCC said, anybody with the right to be added to the speakers list can request that on their behalf. Can you confirm, CCC? Sorry? Okay, so they cannot read that as... Can we take it, like, let's have a technical break. Just a second, Scorp D and everyone. Okay, so we sorted out the confusion. First of all, apologies for PCGBV. As far as I'm concerned as chairperson, I know for a fact that IT members and PCs who are on the CF are allowed to speak in the plenary. This was already confirmed by the CCC, and it is clear for everyone. SCORP director was willing to solve the issue and read the statement on their behalf. There is no need. PCGBV should be able to present to speak on behalf of the programs team if they wish to. Again, PCGBV, my sincerest apologies. Please proceed. And if you don't mind, I would suggest that you start from the beginning.
Okay, thank you. Dear IFMSA family, this statement is on behalf of the programs team. A comprehensive version has been shared on the server. We would like to begin by sincerely thanking everyone who has dedicated their time to strengthening the IFMSA programs, a structure that for over a decade has served as one of the most vital pillars of IFMSA. While we acknowledge past challenges and the need for improvements, we are deeply concerned that no direct formal consultation or involvement was extended to us as the responsible international team members. Each structure in our federation holds technical depth, and bypassing this undermines both the effort and expertise of those sustaining it and the structure itself. While intentions may be positive, the current proposals are not rooted in comprehensive evidence, and this hasty process does not reflect the dynamics of how we operate in IFMSA. This raises important questions about transparency and institutional memory. Here are a few gaps we would like to briefly highlight. One, transferring the responsibility of programs from one overburdened EB member to another does not address the structural issues. It simply replicates the problem while risking the loss of institutional knowledge. Two, PCs possess both subject matter and activity management expertise in their focus areas. Shifting the management of activities to a different body dissolves the direct link between PCs and activity coordinators, compromising our ability to align efforts at the local and national levels, and the use of this expertise to support IFMSA across the board. Detaching PCs from IFMSA's data ecosystem erodes the foundational principle of programs to communicate our impact informed by comprehensive data. Without this integration, we cannot highlight our efforts in these focus areas. We lose the program's annual impact report as a key advocacy tool for the Federation, and we will fragment our data. The reform's intentions to lower barriers for NMOs to enroll their activities and include PCs as full members of the IT are non-issues. PCs are accountable to both the VPA and the standing committee directors as full international team members, and we follow a unified enrollment process. Overall, the proposed changes go far beyond simple BCPs, and we urge NMOs not to make a hasty decision, but to critically assess what these proposals represent and prioritize due process. Let us move forward with inclusion, transparency, and comprehensive evidence as our guide. With warm regards, the IFMSA Programs Team 2425.
Thank you, PCGBV. Please remember to send your statement on the NMO server as well as to the secretary team. IFMSA team of officials, please proceed.
Dear NMOs, the team of officials would like to sincerely thank the proposers for initiating this important discussion on IFMSA internal structure. These conversations reflect the commitment we all share to improving our federation's sustainability and functionality. We agree that IFMSA faces significant administrative challenges, particularly when it comes to the secretariat, institutional memory, internal coordination, and long-term capacity. These are issues we must address together, and we welcome proposals that open the door for that reflection. At the same time, we believe it's important to ensure that any structural reform is both effective and sustainable. While the proposal to transform the Vice President for Activities into a Vice President for Administration seeks to address real needs, we feel it does not yet resolve the core challenges at hand. The redistribution of responsibilities does not in itself build the lasting infrastructure we currently lack. Our gap is not just in roles or titles, it is in systems, secretariat capacity, and institutional foundations that can carry IFMSA forward. Programs are overarching strategic structures we have initiated in the IFMSA. Shifting the activities portfolio away from the executive board and redefining the VPA as vice president for administration leave key areas without clear oversight, quality assurance, or strategic development. Over the past 10 years, the programs have evolved from isolated initiatives into a coordinated, centralized system that supports unified enrollment and shared standards. And as for administration, we need stronger internal systems, clear documentation, better onboarding, and a sustainable secretariat that can carry our work forward year after year. That kind of change takes more than a VCP. It takes a strategy, investment, and time.
We believe there is a potential for growth and improvement within the current structure and a window of opportunity with the development of the next IFMSA strategy 2026-2029. Strengthening administration doesn't require reassigning titles, but rather analyzing decision-making structures, investing in internal systems, improving onboarding and documentation, and developing sustainable secretariat with tools and mandate to support our work long term.
Thank you, IFMSA TO. Please send your statement over the animal server. I just saw Cyprus's request to go last. Since they are the proposers, I will honor this request. Limsic Lebanon, please go ahead.
Am I audible? Dear animals, this statement is on behalf of Medicine Sudan, Lamsik Lebanon, and IFMSA NL, IFMSA Joe, IFMSA Morocco, Association Tunisia, IFMSA Algeria, IFMSA Kurdistan, and PIMSA Palestine. If you support this statement, please raise your voting card or virtual hand. As we move forward with the voting on the program to reform BCPs, we would like to begin by appreciating the efforts made in addressing one of the long-standing challenges of our federation. However, we would also like to express our concerns regarding the pace at which this reform is being implemented, particularly the introduction of a new position within the leadership and the redistribution of the task of the VPA and the VPCB. We are against replacing the VPA with the Vice President for Administration at the meantime, as we believe this change undermines the essential role of the VPA has played in the growth and sustainability of IFMSA programs. The VPA does not only serve as the custodian of programs, but it's also the direct supporter of programs coordinator and the key driver of activity management capacity building. This role is vital to increasing our local and global impact and realizing IFMSA's vision through sustainable, connected, and well-managed initiatives. Moreover, we believe that a change of this magnitude requires broader consultation and deeper discussions with NMOs, officials, and past position holders. It's essential to ensure that structural reform reflects a shared understanding, safeguards institutional memory, and is supported by a clear transitional framework. We also emphasize the importance of maintaining the centralized nature of IFMSA programs, which allows impact to be driven from the ground up. Shifting these responsibilities away from the VPA risks decentralizing processes that could disconnect programs from the national needs. We therefore urge everyone to carefully consider the current proposal and to prioritize a more inclusive and gradual approach to reform that upholds the integrity and effectiveness of IFMSA programs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lamsik Lebanon. Samsa Cyprus, the floor is yours.
This statement is on behalf of SAMSA Cyprus, AMSA Austria, HUMSR Hungary, IFMSA Pakistan, DENEM Brazil, IFMSA Brazil, and the unofficial working group members. If you agree, please raise your voting card. Dear NMOs, over the past months, we have collectively experienced the consequences of structural inefficiencies within our federation, particularly within the Vice President for Activities portfolio and the functioning of the Secretariat that have not only hindered our work, but also have caused significant frustration and delays across teams and NMOs. The structural inefficiency, cross-boundary leadership roles, and administrative burden is a strong indication of the need of the thoughtful approach and careful evaluation of IFMSA current practice. We recognize your concerns. Structural reform can be uncomfortable, especially when it touches core areas like IFMSA programs. But this isn't a sudden or isolated proposal. The conversation began 2025 and continued with months of collaboration throughout the unofficial working group. The BCPs we present today at August meeting 25 are the result of thoughtful reflection and genuine effort to improve how we work together. We want to be clear. These BCPs do not undermine IFMSA programs. Instead, they aim to strengthen them by aligning them more closely with standing committees where they can grow, be more responsive to NMOs, and more visible in our work. We are looking to build a structure that can highlight all NMOs activities in all standing committees while reducing the bureaucracy and workload. At the same time, these changes acknowledge the need of dedicated attention to administrative continuity and secretarial responsibilities. By redefining and focusing the role of the VPA, we create the conditions for improved institutional memory, follow-up, and operational support. We recognize that change is uncomfortable. If we want things to improve, we have to act. We believe in the values of this federation, and we believe in taking responsibility to make it work better. Lastly, let me remind you, nothing changes if nothing changes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samsa Cyprus. Everyone, please remember to share your statement on the animal server as well as to share it with the plenary secretary and their secretary team. I will give the mic to our vice chairperson to proceed.
Thank you very much. We go on with the first motion in this cluster, which is motion number 111, concerning the bylaw change proposals 114, 124, and 127. CCC, can we have confirmation of validity? Okay. The motion reads, motion to adopt bylaw change proposals 114 that amends bylaws paragraph 5.2, one bylaw change proposal 124 that amends the signatures section in bylaws annex 6, and proposal 127 that amends the signature section in bylaws annex 7. It is proposed by AMSA Austria. Do you want to explain?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There was a no. Okay. We have a raised hand by Medicine Sudan. Is this a point of order?
Yes, thank you. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you
Thank
are.
you.
Okay, thank you. We are requesting the motions to be splitted. We'd like to vote on every motion separately. Thank you.
Okay. Point of order from then in Portugal.
I'm sorry, I don't know which point it is, but can CCC explain what happens if some of these pass it and some don't?
Point of order. I think we were already in the motion. Another point of order from the chairperson. I think we were already in the middle of the motion maze, which means we cannot separate them at the moment. We'll have to check with the CCC. CCC, can you confirm? Once again, I believe that we were in the middle of the motion maze, which means we are no longer able to do this. Please confirm.
CCC.
Okay, hi, Anya from CCC. So as chair already asked for the proposer for the explanation, we are already in the motion maze, so we cannot split it anymore.
Thank you very much, CCC. So we will proceed with the motion being a cluster of bylaw change proposals. We had no explanation by AMSA Austria. Do we have a seconder? MSI India. Do we have any amendments to this motion? I'm so Austria wanted to explain. Sorry, I got that wrong. So let's go back to the explanation part. I'm so Austria. Please explain your motion.
This is Rebecca Shiher, I'm the Austria. The vice president for activities, the vice president for administration, they do not change anything else in these three paragraphs.
Okay, so then we go again to the seconder, MSI India. You are the second of this motion. Do we have any amendments? I cannot see any amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Sism Italy. Do you want to explain? No. Do we have any alternative motions? I cannot see any, so we proceed to a vote. The vote is open. Please log on to Nemo Vote and cast your votes. You have 30 seconds. We will be closing the votes in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The vote is closed. NMSA Norway, is this a point of order?
We have technical issues on behalf of IFMSA Sweden.
Unfortunately, we have already closed the vote. So I will be reading the results. We have received 39 votes in total, 22 in favor, 14 against, 3 abstentions. This is not a 2/3 majority. This motion fails. AMSA Austria, is this a request for a speakers list or a point of information?
Rebecca Schiher, AMSA Austria. We will be withdrawing the other motions except for the ones about BCP number 125 and 126, because they all belong together.
Can you please repeat which one exactly you don't want to withdraw?
The ones that amend BCP, or adopt BCP number 125 and 126.
Thank you very much. People in the Zoom, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, we can
Thank you
hear
very
you.
much.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so the motions considering the programs reform have been withdrawn, except for the motion number 121, as projected on the screen. They are about the valid change proposals number 125, 126. CCC, can we have confirmation of validity here? Yes, these motions are valid. The motion reads, motion to adopt bylaws change proposals number 125 that amends bylaws annex 6 paragraph 1.16 and 126 that amends bylaws annex 6 paragraph 1.17 and renumber accordingly, proposed by AMSA Austria. AMSA Austria, do you want to explain?
Yes, this is Rebecca Schiher, AMSA Austria. these BCPs to delete the program representative spots for GAs and instead introduce more late spots for international teams.
Thank you very much. I would kindly request you to use the Zoom account with the current naming, because that can cause confusion in the future. Do we have any seconder for that motion? Azer MDS, Azerbaijan. Do we have any amendments? I do not see any amendments. Do we have a direct negative? Anem France. Do you want to explain?
No.
Thank you very much. Do we have alternative motions?
No.
Thank you, Anem, for doing my job. So we will proceed to a vote. The vote is open. Please log on to Nemo Vote and cast your votes. Dear people in the plenary, please log on to Nemo Vote and cast your votes. You have 10 more seconds to cast your votes. 3, 2, 1. We are closing the vote. We received 39 votes in total, 23 in favor, 13 against, 0 abstentions. This motion has not reached two-thirds majority and fails. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice Chairperson. So this brings us to the end of our bylaws change proposals. We'll have to double check later. We're not done with the agenda point. We still have the article of association. But what we're going to do now is to take a dinner break, move to the actual plenary room. We continue plenary 4 and vote on the article of association in person. Afterwards, at the end of the plenary, I would like to vote on all the procedural motions that we received regarding the validity of candidatures. Then we'll have another break after we're done with plenary 4, just so that we can set up the room for elections, and also so you could discuss with your NMOs, with your delegations, whether the candidates whose status just changed, if this happens, should be voted for or not. Then there is also another point of information from my side. We will be proposing with the executive board to move the policy discussions and the changes to membership to tomorrow's plenary, because we have a lot more buffer time there. This will ensure that we proceed to elections slightly faster, since we do expect elections to last a bit longer today. So I think that would be pretty much it from our side. I would also kindly ask animal presidents to try to be slightly earlier. Like, the break is until 8, not going to change that. But if you come before 8 and start to sit down before, then we can start at 8 exactly. So kindly take that into consideration. We need to start at 8 because, again, We do not want to jeopardize anyone's well-being. Thank you very much. See you in almost. Yes, so we actually, like, yes, as Subco said, today we're sitting in a U shape. There is a completely different seating situation, which is pretty cool. So please be there on time. Again, try to be there before 8 so that we could start at 8. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner/break.